invite you to witness Beyond Silence, Tagore's Women, an evocative presentation by Saanjhbaati and Swarchhanda Foundation, weaving together choir, music, narratives inspired by 5 deeply powerful women. We would also like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Indian Oil for promoting Beyond Silence. Today, you might also find Tagore himself narrating the stories of these powerful women. Their emotions, their solitude, their strength. That is where we encountered Tagore's understanding of womanhood, the progressive era of women that Tagore thought we would live. We would begin with those presentations along with the choir, and after that we will have a short break where after we gather together, it will be followed by Saanjhbaati Foundation's adaptation of Stree Patro, a letter of the wife, short story by Tagore, which is adapted into a short play in Hindi, namely Aapki Mrinal would be the boldest female voices ever written in Indian literature. Saanjhbaati Foundation is celebrating its 20th year, and what better occasion than today to invite you all and celebrate Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore's 165th birth anniversary. We begin with Beyond Silence, Tagore's Women. Thank you.
Talk about the development of my thoughts on women and the revolutionary movement. You know, while I was young, I was imbued in romanticism. I would view women as sources of imagination and inspiration. But when I look back upon my short story, Noshtrumi, I start realizing that while writing it, I started situating my women in their own realities. I started viewing them as subjects that could decide, that could reason, that could think, and that could fight against every shackle of the society. Noshtrunir is one of my earlier works, and through that I always wanted to lend my voice to the subjectivity of women. Between 1903 and 1940, I've delved upon that theme in many of my books. Gora. Have you read Gora? We'll come back to it, but you know, women for me always had particular susceptibilities that require persuasion more than demand. And while writing about this new, not exactly in broad strokes, I could discern the arrival of someone who questioned, who would assert herself, who would express her views on patriarchy, on decision making, on her agency over herself, on love, on relationships, both within and beyond marriage. आज इसी नई नारी की उत्पत्ति जब हो रही है, मैं इसी को लिखते वक्त अपनी हर बात बयां कर पाया। मेरी कहानियों में जैसे कि स्त्री पौत्रो, अपरिचित, बदनाम, लेबोरेटरी और हाँ, नॉस्ट्रम। So today, my dear friends, I have selectively, ruthlessly, adroitly chosen 6 of my stories and poems. I put this new woman in the spotlight. I talk about her. Swadamini order is what they stood against. तो आज की पहली कहानी है पारिवारिक अंदरूनी सत्ता वितरण की। ये कहानी है बदनाम सौदामिनी। बदनाम बस कहानी का सौदामिनी ऐसी औरत जो बहुत दृढ़ता से अपने उद्देश्य की ओर अग्रसर है। उसे बस एक ही चीज चाहिए, वो है अंग्रेजी हुकूमत के खिलाफ इस देश की आजादी। वो अपने पति से बहुत प्रेम करती है। वो विवाह बुद्धिमती है, खूबसूरत और छिलके दिखा, मगर उसे अपने उद्देश्य तक पहुंचना है। Swadamini often tells that my husband, I love you, and I'll do everything to the best of my ability to serve him. But this is my duty. Through her, I've tried to question, I've tried to subtly attack the notion of the husband as the supreme spiritual authority. That's why, from my mom, Aji Brunomi Domare, in Bibhash Baul Rag, I urge the Creator. Aji Pape Shikha Jano, Tuhi, Tusha
स्वदेशी आंदोलन के चलते देश के नौजवानों ने ठान लिया है कि अंग्रेज सरकार को जड़ से उखाड़कर फेंक देना है, वो भी तुरंत।
The world of the stage, the world of the house, the world of makeup, rapping, and drawn close. Also reasserts herself. She enters the stage. She takes to act. She proves that it's her individuality. And she can be. The adage goes that woman once discarded by
तभी तो किसी अकारण जनता की तरह वो छत पर एक रंगीन साड़ी पहन के खेल-डोल कर ऐसे चलती है मानो आसमान में किसी ने ऑर्केस्ट्रा बजा दिया हो। मिट्टी का एक ढेला उठाकर जो मुझे आसमान में उठा। सुधा ने मुझे बताया कि मेरे पति लवन के साथ भाग गए हैं। थिएटर कंपनी वाले अलग परेशान थे कि कैसे हो पाएगा नवानपंचन नाटक लवन के बिना। किसे देखकर लोग एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट ब्रावो ब्रावो कह के तालियां बजाएंगे। कौन आएगा लवन के बिना? इस स्थिति में मैं भी अपने ससुराल से मायके चली गई। थिएटर कंपनी वाले मनोरमा नाम का नया नाटक ले आए। उस नाटक में काम कर रही अभिनेत्री की चर्चा दूर दूर तक फैल गई। आखिर फूल की सुगंध से भंवरा कब तक बच पाता भला। मनोरमा एक ऐसे औरत की कहानी है जिसे शुरुआत में अपने पति से
Can't rebel in the real world than in my world. She can rebel. Mama, it was just another girl. His father wanted to arrange the dowry for her marriage. And despite desperate attempts, he failed. Nirupama, I wanted to critique the shackles of dowry and marriage. But Nirupama had to resist. Nirupama had to speak. Nirupama could not give in. That's why I always go back to Nirupama with the song Bhubono Hute Bhubono Bashi Esho Apono Hridoy. Had optimism, and had the strength to stand by herself, to speak against every odd, even if she's alone. That's why only through this new woman I could express things that unless these women would have empowered me, I could not have. This is why I urge you all to rise up without any expectations, claim your individuality, and join me as we all sing Shodi Tor Lakshune Kyo Na Ashi Tobe Akla 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 Cholore.
যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি কখন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায় যদি কখন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়
और तभी पिताजी ने बड़े प्यार से नाम रखा था निरुपमा। बचपन से ही बड़े
बिंदु का पता लगाने निकल पड़ा तो शाम को उसने आके बताया कि बिंदु भाग के अपने चचेरे भाइयों के पास गई थी, लेकिन वो लोग दोबारा उसे जबरदस्ती अपने मायके से अपने ससुराल छोड़ के आए। खाने जाने की परेशानी और जो खर्चा हुआ है उसके लिए अभी तक वो बिंदु को कोस रहे हैं। आपकी चाची
बोलने लगे साड़ियों में आग लगाने से मर्द के जलना आजकल की लड़कियों का फैशन बनता जा रहा है।
आप सब लोगों ने कहा ये एक नाटक है। हाँ, ये नाटक ही तो है, लेकिन हर बार नाटक में किसी अबला लड़की की साड़ी क्यों जलती है? आप जैसे वीर पुरुषों की धोती क्यों नहीं? ये भी तो हमें एक बार सोच के देखना चाहिए ना।
क्या भाग बना के आई थी। जितने दिन जिंदा थी किसी ने दो भले शब्द तक नहीं करे। मरते वक्त थोड़ा सोच समझ के थोड़ा नए तरीका ढूंढ के मरती ताकि आप लोग देश के वीर पुरुष उसको शाबाशी देते।
बड़ी दीदी कमरे में छुप छुप के बहन के लिए रोली तसल्ली थी मर गई अगर जिंदा रहती तो न जाने क्या क्या और सहना पड़ता
मैं तीर्थ पे आई, बिंदु को और आने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे जरूरत है।
देखा जाए तो आप लोगों के घर पे किसी भी चीज की कमी नहीं। आपके बड़े भाई साहब का चरित्र जैसा भी हो, आपके चरित्र में ऐसा
जिंदगी को बांसुरी जब मेरे टूटे दिल के तारों में बजने लगी, मोरू नीरो पहली बार मैं पूरी तरह से टूट चुकी। हे विधाता, आपकी दुनिया में सबसे आसान दिखने वाली चीज सबसे कठिन क्यों है?
ये सुंदर पृथ्वी इसके 6 ऋतुओं के अनेक रंगों से मुझे कई बार पुकारा है, पर क्यों मैं आपके 4 दीवारी के बंधन तोड़ ना सकी? क्यों मुझे आपकी सृष्टि को बिना देखे इस 4 दीवारी के अंदर घुट घुट के बढ़ना होगा? कितनी अर्थहीन है हमारी रोजमर्रा की बातें, इसके नियम, इसके बंधन। फिर भी अंत में इसी की जीत होगी और हार होगी आपकी सृष्टि सुंदर आनंद लोक की।
मौत की बांसुरी बजने लगी। वो देखो, तो वो बंधन, वो दीवारें, वो नियम सब एक एक करके टूट रहे हैं। अरे वो, अब पीछे मुड़ के मत देख। अब तेरे नियम टूटने में ज्यादा देर नहीं।
मैं अब आपके उन अंधियारी गलियों से नहीं डरती। मेरे सामने है विशाल समंदर, ऊपर है नीला आकाश।
मात पिता परिवार सुयू है, मात पिता परिवार सुयू है, लगा मन का जो बाला मैं बेरा गद होंगी, बाला मैं बेरा गद होंगी। Now the cast: Paramita Ghosh,
Good evening. I'll like to invite Subrangshu or Swarchhanda or whoever they are for this Beyond Silence evening. And Nandini Banerjee as Tagore. And who is next? Noishwargika as Manjurika. Next. Aranya Singh as Garibala. Tasmiya as Nirupama. Sangeeta as Anandabhi. Light by Rajan Basu. Projection by Convoy. And Subrangshu, you want to introduce anyone? And the backstage, Devashish, Niladri, Diptesh, Shugato, Sania, Josna, and everyone. Where are they? Why are they coming up? बारे में खासकर जो गैर बंगला भाषी है वो जनगण मन और एक नरचंद्र और नोबेल प्राइज से आगे जानते नहीं हैं, लेकिन बहुत कुछ है। शायद जो कहानियाँ और जो किरदार हम मंच पे लेके आए हैं, कुछ लोग उनसे पूर्व परिचित रहे हैं, लेकिन सारे तो नहीं हैं। तो हमारा मकसद यही था कि आप लोग आए हैं, आप इसके बारे में देखे हैं, बाहर किताबें मिल रही हैं, आप ज़रूर पढ़िए और ऐसे ही हम इंटर लैंग्वेज कम्युनिकेशन चालू रखें। नाटक का काम ही ये है कि साहित्य के बारे में इंटरेस्ट को दोबारा उजागर करें। ये
Well, okay, I think it's. Thank you so much for this lovely 3 hours. It has been my first collaboration with Saanjhbaati, and I'm really happy and feeling very good that a small conversation that I had with Shuddho and Nandini a few months ago resulted into this today. And thank you, Neil, because he has not cut his hair only because he wanted to be Tagore, and I thank him for that. And each actor, I think they lived the roles and they made the evening so memorable with their performances, because I could see what Tagore created through these characters today, and hats off to them. And of course, the real hard work, the real tough times that I put my team, Swarchhanda choir. So I don't know if, I cannot see many of them, but whoever is there, they can come on stage. I would really welcome them. So I can see Rupanjana, I can see Oyona, I can see Devoshmita, Moshmi. Please come on stage. The songs when sung seems very simple, but in actual terms, these songs were very difficult because of the layakari, the kind of raga, the kind of sentiments used for these songs, and I'm sure many of you who are Bengali would have realized that these are not very often heard songs. So it was very difficult to think of these songs and create them. But I really want to thank my team Swarchhanda for accepting this challenge and performing to their level best. And of course, Dipankar Da on tabla, Mihida, I think just left, on keyboard, and Amarishta on octopad have given a new definition to these songs. And there are 2 more people that I really wanted to thank. One is Dr. Abhitav Mukherjee, who is not here today with us, but long back in one of the events that I was attending, he talked about Tagore as a revolutionary. And that is where I got this idea and wanted to bring this up. And Shuddho Ghosh Dostidar, this is the second time that we've come up with this production. The first was in Bangla, which was scripted by Shuddho Ghosh Dostidar, and I really wanted to thank her as well. I know she's not here today. But without thanking these people, the evening wouldn't be complete. I know it's almost 9, so I'll not take much more time. Handing it over to Shuddho.
I want to take names of two persons. One is Rajat Singh in stage, and the youngest person, PP. Youngest person on the stage, PP. The cutest one. Rest all thanks goes to you, to the audience. You have come, and I request Tanmay is there. If you can give some video feedback to Tanmay, it will be a great pleasure for us when he can replicate the show, and your opinion will be a kind of push for us. Thank you very much and good night.
नाम बोलবেন তো?
So I'm Subrangshu Chakravarty from Swarchhanda. So this initiative was actually to project Tagore behind just a lyricist or a poet. It was about bringing a different light of Tagore as a revolutionary. And by revolutionary, I don't necessarily mean rebellion, but a revolutionary who has worked into social reforms, who has stood up against certain norms of society, and through his work, so these 6 pieces that we've chosen today, in each one, he has actually brought about a social revolution through these characters, and that was the aim. And when we talk of revolution, a revolution doesn't come right on day one. It comes with an awakening. It comes with a realization that something is not right. So the Jagaran Sangeet that we had, and the first, and then the revolutionary song that followed it, lives the journey completely of that character. The starting from how the person realized that something is wrong, to the revolution, or how the person revolted against it. So that was the theme, just to bring in light that Tagore is more than just a romantic poet, and more than just somebody who's written, as Shuddho said, Janganman or Ekla Cholore. There is a lot more to Tagore. There is a lot more that we need to explore in Tagore, and that was the complete theme based on which we did this production. Thank you.
And about this Hindi, and doing it in Hindi.
So the reason for doing it in Hindi was that we wanted to showcase it beyond Bengal. Because Bengalis have probably read it in some form or shape at some point, but the crowd here have not seen it. Like just now I was talking to a few of them, and they were so interested, they wanted to learn and know more about Tagore, and that is what the intent was, and I felt it was successful because they walked up and they wanted to know more about Tagore. So that was the idea behind doing it in Hindi.
Okay, thank you.